Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am back to doing anti-hauls. I didn't really do anti-hauls the past few weeks because I was on vacation and I wasn't really in a situation where I could sit down and film for like an hour plus, which is how long it takes for me to film. I was doing my own thing, okay, but I'm back to doing anti-hauls. These videos go up every single Sunday, and I also have videos that go up on Tuesday and Friday, as well as bonus videos throughout the week. So if you're interested in those, be sure to check back and check those out. But right now, right here, we're going to be doing the anti-haul for this past week, and I'm very excited because there have been a lot of new launches this past week that I want to talk about, so let's just get into it. Apparently, Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills is going to be launching a new eyeshadow palette. They do indicate that it's going to be cool tones. I'm excited about that because I definitely feel that the trends are sort of going a little bit more towards cool tones, and I feel like warm tones are kind of a little bit overplayed at this point, and now people are looking to invest in some cool tones, which I'm very excited about. I love cool tones. I mean, I've been wearing them for a while already and I'm obsessed. I'll probably be very interested in this one. Hourglass is releasing some glitter eyeshadows Reflect, and they are described as beautiful metallic sparkly eyeshadows in a jar in different shades. This is something very similar, I think, to what Tarte did a while back. These look really interesting. The gold one looks particularly interesting to me. I don't know if I'll purchase this or not because they're all neutrals, and I feel like at this point I'm kind of like, I don't think I want to be spending the Hourglass price on a neutral shade that I probably already have some kind of version of. There have been like a lot of holidays 2018 sneak peeks coming out, and I mean, like, it's summer, like, wow, that's early, but there's a Laura Mercier Magic Hour Face Illuminator palette. For one, I want to credit them for being very inclusive. I love how there's a dark shade in here. I believe that they're all highlighters, so that dark shade looks really nice for darker skin tones. I won't be purchasing this. I just don't really need it. I have so many highlighters I need to get through, but this looks quite interesting, and I am quite excited that they are being inclusive, which is always a good thing. And there are some new releases dropping from Fenty Beauty. I'm not going to be purchasing the eyeshadow palette, and let me just explain why. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. It looks fantastic. I haven't really seen any reviews on it, but just looking at it, it looks great, and Fenty Beauty has some amazing launches already, so I love the brand. However, I've just been like recently really picky when it comes to whether or not I purchase a product, and I don't know why exactly. I think it's just because my mindset right now is just so streamlined, and I'm really interested in just cutting down the number of things I own. I've actually been decluttering all my possessions. I've been donating things that are not just makeup, but just things like in my life, and I've really been interested in doing that. So I feel like now when I look at makeup, I'm like, there's always something new coming out, but when I look at the shades in a palette, I'm like thinking, do I have similar shades? And more often than not, the answer is yes. So if I say I'm not going to be purchasing something, it's not because it's bad, it's just because it doesn't excite me enough to drop like $60 for something, if that makes any sense. My camera battery just died, so that's why you see the little shift to put in an extra one. But yeah, pretty much what I'm saying is the eyeshadow palette is not something I'm interested in. It just doesn't excite me, and it's not necessarily anything on Fenty's part, it's just that that's my personal preference. I'm also looking at the brushes, which look quite interesting. I'm particularly interested in that second fluffier brush. It doesn't look like something I have currently in my collection, and then the eyeliner looks quite interesting as well. Fenty has a pretty good track record when it comes to really releasing good products, and I'm looking for a new eyeliner actually for my wings. I mean, I have a few that I have already, but I'm just trying to try out new things, so this might be interesting for me to try out. So I am quite interested in the eyeliner and the brush, and then there is going to be an eye primer, which I'm not that into, to be honest. I mean, it's an eye primer, so I mean, I might try it out. I don't know. If I'm gonna try out an eye primer, I feel like I should try out the Urban Decay Primer Potion because everyone seems to be really interested in that one. And so far, all I've been using for eye primer is concealer, and I mean, you know. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking some of this stuff I'm interested, some of this stuff I'm not interested in. I'm am quite interested in the eyeliner for sure. Okay, so Ulta Beauty is doing a collaboration with Melissa Michelle. Yeah, ex Ulta. Yeah, they're doing a collaboration with someone called Melissa Michelle. I'm not interested. This looks like the Naked 3. And also the packaging looks completely juvenile, which I'm not interested in at all. The thing that I am interested in though are the lashes. They look like a pretty interesting shape that I might like, and they are pretty inexpensive. $7 is very cheap for lashes. So the lashes I am interested in, but everything else I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, you know? Like it looks like something from like from Claire's a little, and I mean, yeah, it's $20, so it's not the most expensive thing in the world, but I'm not interested in the packaging. It's kind of putting me off. Plus the shades are shades that I'm not interested in either. So yeah, this in general is not something I'm interested in, but the lashes are quite interesting. But also, oh, this looks, okay, the lip duo looks like a ripoff from ColourPop. I'm sorry, it does. It really does. So, yeah, interested in the lashes, not so much for the rest of the thing. So, Kat Von D has released some new sneak peeks for her holiday collection. It's going to be called Fetish, and it's going to be a blush and highlighter palette. There's going to be 6 shades, eyeshadow palettes for 24 shades, and yeah, that's what they're doing for holiday. I'm okay, so here's the thing that I have about Kat Von D. When it comes to her makeup, she just releases really good eyeshadow. That's obvious. I love her eyeshadow formula. It's definitely one of the best, and I have been wearing it for a very long time. I still love and live for her Shading Light eye palette. You know, if you watched my recent eyeshadow palette declutter, I kept that one because I still love it and I still use it and I think it's amazing. I also kept some of her other smaller eyeshadow palettes that I have. However, I find that whenever she does colorful eyeshadows, they pretty much are always limited edition, which really rubs me the wrong way because I really want to try out these colorful eyeshadows, but when they're gonna be gone soon, what's the use of me purchasing them and only using them like once on my YouTube channel and then having to only use them in my private life, like, you know. So when I buy something, I want to be able to use it and be confident that the people that I'm showing it to, you guys, are able to purchase it. I don't know if it's going to be colorful or not. I have no idea, but I think it will be, and I don't think I'll be purchasing it because it's limited edition, and even though it's a holiday collection though. But she has released a lot of limited edition stuff that have not been for holiday, and those have been obviously limited edition. So that's just my little spiel. That was kind of pointless, but anyway, moving on. Okay, so Mel Cosmetics is releasing an eyeshadow palette. They released a green one, which looked quite interesting, but I did mention in one of my other anti-hauls I wasn't going to be purchasing it. I think it was because I had similar shades already, so I don't need another palette. However, if Mel Cosmetics released like a whole bunch of like colorful shades, like truly colorful shades in an eyeshadow palette form, I would be interested in maybe snatching it up. But this palette is just, it's warm tones and it's not something that I'm interested in. The swatches though look fantastic, but do I need it? No. Kat Von D has some inkwell liners that she's coming out with. I, for one, I'm not interested in the inkwell liners. I am, though, interested in the dagger tattoo liner. That looks interesting. I tried a sample of her tattoo liner, the original one that everybody loves, and I really liked it a lot. So I might be picking up the tattoo liner. It's either the tattoo liner, the dragon tattoo, or wait no, the dagger tattoo line, or it is the Fenty Beauty liner. I'll just see what I'll see what I do. L'Oreal Makeup is coming out with some new bronzy highlighter products. I'm intrigued. I particularly like the loose pigment on the bottom left. I feel like that might be quite interesting to try out. So I quite like loose pigments, even though these might be a lot of neutrals. I think I'll just pick one and purchase it just because I feel like it could be very versatile. I could use it as a highlight, or I could use it as an inner corner highlight, or I could just put it all over the lid. So yeah, I do think that if I get it, I will be using it. So yeah, I am interested in that little product. Everything else I don't think I will be purchasing, just because I don't really find myself getting intrigued by those either. So yeah, I won't be purchasing those other two, but I probably will try out the loose pigment. Oh, but this is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, I am like quite interested in coffee. I love coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Well, not a lot, but I drink coffee and I love it. So By Beauty is coming out with a French press gloss, and they're coffee scented. This is just like with the chocolate scented and the peach scented phase, and I'm sorry, this is coffee scented. Well, so yeah, I'm really interested. But like, for the record, I was kind of intrigued even before I read that these were coffee scented. So yeah, I might be purchasing the third one from the left. That one looks quite interesting, plus it looks like a very true nude. The second one also looks like really like a unique shade, because it looks like it has a more of a yellow base, which not a lot of glosses have. Usually if you have a nude gloss, it has a pink base. So these glosses are quite interesting because a lot of them seem to have like a yellowy toned base, which I find quite intriguing. Plus it's kind of fun that they're coffee scented. So I think I will be getting one of these. I have issues, but yeah, I really like these a lot. BH Cosmetics was coming out with the Desert Oasis palette, and these look like a collection of mostly shimmery metallics with a few mattes, and I'm kind of torn because this does look interesting and the swatches look fantastic. However, I feel like I'm like mostly interested in like the blue shade, and that's it. And this is a big palette, so I don't think I'll get this, but it looks like it would swatch beautifully. So if you like neutrals, if you like this kind of thing, and if you feel that you'll be wearing this, then by all means. It looks like a great palette. But as you can probably tell with my really colorful eyeshadow today, and also if you watch my other videos, you would probably know that recently I have been trying a lot more colorful makeup looks. So this doesn't look like something I would really be using often. So with that being said, I think that it will be a waste for me to get this. However, the price, it does seem pretty good, so if you're interested in it, I would suggest picking it up, but I'm not, because it just doesn't look like it would get much use in my collection. Okay, so that was like a pretty neutral palette. Now NYX has come out with a really colorful palette. Mind you, I haven't really seen any reviews of this palette. I haven't really been on YouTube a lot recently. I haven't really been on Instagram much because I was on vacation, but this looks interesting, and I am intrigued by the fact that it is so colorful, but I'm looking at the swatches just like from this post, and the swatches look kind of chalky, which I'm not that into. And the fact that it's $35 for NYX, and I mean, you are getting 40 shades, but it's $35, so it's like, I don't know. I don't think I'll be getting this, just because I feel like it's a little bit overpriced for a drugstore brand, even though you're getting a lot of shades. I just feel like it's overpriced, and I don't think I'm really into the way that the shades swatch. Probably should watch a review on this, but even so, I don't think I'll be getting this, just because it looks a little bit overwhelming, and I don't think I want to spend $35 on NYX. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury Makeup is coming out with the Gold Bar palette. It's $58. I mean, I'm not surprised. I guess Charlotte Tilbury is a luxury brand, but Yeah, no, I'm not getting this. I don't even own anything Charlotte Tilbury. I kind of want to. I'm really interested in her Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. Some of her eyeshadow palettes do look interesting as well as her lipsticks. But this is like, no. Okay, so Tom Ford is coming out with some new eyeshadows and they're $36 each. However, they look very interesting, but will I be getting them? No, I will not because they're $35 for a single eyeshadow and no. But these look quite interesting and I am kind of excited that he is coming out with some more colorful eyeshadow shades. So yeah, kudos to that. These look quite interesting. However, will I be getting them? No, just because I really can't justify spending $36 for me on an eyeshadow. That's just a little bit too much. But I am interested in this launch because these colors look fantastic. But will I be getting this? No. Guerlain. How do you pronounce that? Siri, help! How do you pronounce the Guerlain?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you pronounce a girl name.
This is some education for you guys. In case you don't know how to pronounce this like I do. Okay. Guerlain. Okay, so, anyway, Guerlain. I'm so weird. It's coming out with some meteorites and they're celebrating the anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary! With colorful pastelish meteorites that are in a cushion and, to be honest, look like they came from like 5 years ago. Am I the only one in thinking that these like colorful meteorites, they're kind of like, it's a kind of like a phase that was really strong for a while and now I'm thinking like, I don't think anyone's interested in it and I wasn't really interested in it in the first place too much, but this does not look really interesting whatsoever, so I will not be getting this. Happy anniversary though, congratulations, but I will not be buying you. That's what she said. Okay, so Huda Beauty is coming out with some easy bake powders. Okay, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about baking. I do not bake anymore on the regular, but if I'm ever in a hot, humid climate, I will bake because that basically makes your foundation go like 2 seconds, but baking really helps prolong the wear of foundation. And so I live in North Texas, which means that I live in a hot but dry climate, so baking for me doesn't really like baking for me is not really as much of a necessity as it is for someone who lives in a hot but humid climate. So that is just basically my thing. Do I need baking? No. And I have like a whole tub of Coty Airspun powder that I'm going through really quite slowly because, like I said, I don't really bake too much. But if you live in a climate where baking might be necessary, this looks like a pretty interesting collection. I do wish that they had some darker shades. That would be that would be better because like I'm just seeing a pretty limited range, even though their light shade looks pretty light. Their dark shade does not look as dark as it could be. So I think it might be an interesting formula to try out. However, will I be getting this? No, because I do not require baking. Even though I was baking for quite a while, now I'm like, I can wear foundation and I can just spray it with some setting spray and that will stay pretty well. So I do not need powder to bake, which is why I'm not getting this. Oh, sparkles! I'm 18, I promise. Okay, so JD Glow Cosmetics is coming out with some liquid gel liners and they look sparkly. I'm quite interested in glitter, as you can see. So yeah, this looks quite interesting. Oh, they're $10 each? Why did my voice go so high? Okay, so why am I so hyper in the morning? I haven't even had coffee yet. and I'm like this. I'm so wonderful. Anyway, so this looks quite interesting. The swatches look really snazzy, so I might be picking this up. I'm quite I don't know, what shade would I get? Maybe either the green, like one of the green ones, or the pink, or the gold. I don't know. Get a grip on yourself. Okay, so ColourPop is coming out with a 6-pan Make Up Your Mind eyeshadow palette. I might be getting this palette. I do like how they're kind of streamlining their selection of colors, and they did include some colorful shades in here, which I'm quite drawn to. However, I would like to see swatches, and I want to see if I have any similar shades to the 2 shades on the right, because those are neutral shades, and I don't want to get this palette unless the shades are kind of shades I don't really have. Nordstrom is coming out with an anniversary sale eyeshadow palette. It doesn't look really appealing. It just looks like the same colors over and over again, and maybe that's their audience, but I will not be purchasing this. Yeah, not interested in that. Okay, so Paris Hilton is coming out with some skincare. I mean, I personally always feel a little bit skeptical when it comes to skincare that's like promoted or created by a celebrity, because I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, you already have access to some of the best treatments when it comes to skincare. You already have access to some of the best technologies, the ingredients. So obviously your skin is already going to be good. So that's kind of like why I'm like skeptical, because it's like, how would you know that it works for you? I don't know. I would think that she worked really hard and long on this process, and if she has her name on it, I would like to think that she devoted a lot of time and energy, so congratulations to her for coming out with this skincare line. However, I don't think that it's necessarily meant for me. I'm 18 years old and she's 30 plus, so I think she's 30, or at least 30, but I don't think that's meant for me, so I don't think that's worth for me to purchase it, so I will not be getting it. This looks exciting. L'Oreal Cosmetics is coming out with a Like a Boss palette, and so far she's released 2 shades. They look like pretty high impact orange and a yellow, so I'm interested in seeing where this goes. It looks like it will be a colorful eyeshadow palette, which sounds amazing because I love colors, so seeing YouTubers come out with colorful makeup is really it's just a breath of fresh air for me. I am interested in seeing how her audience reacts to it, because to my knowledge she posts a lot of neutral looks, so I don't know if this palette will be as popular as the Nudie Patootie palette, for example, or the Cat's Pajamas palette. I think that's what it was called. But I'm interested in this more so than I was interested in her other palettes. Okay, this looks fun. Steel Cosmetics is coming out with some new vivid and vibrant shades of Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadow. I haven't tried the Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadow. I've only tried the Glitter and Glow eyeshadows, which I love. I use them all the time, and I'm actually running out, so that's not fun. And they also have some vibrant eyeshadows. I'm more interested in the liquid eyeshadows than I am in the pigments, but I think that this is an interesting launch. I'm particularly interested in that really electric blue. It looks really, really fun. So this might be something I will be picking up, maybe when I go on Sephora the next time. And this is actually something that I purchased recently and I just received. This is the Soul Mar collection from ColourPop, and I recently purchased the Mar collection, I believe, and well, not the collection, it's the eyeshadow palette, because I was really drawn to the cool tones in the palette, and I felt like the neutrals were interesting as well. I really was drawn to the swatches, so I ended up purchasing it, and I still haven't used it on my eyes, but I've swatched it and I'm really excited. I haven't tried it out yet, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, but I was interested in this palette, so I bought it. Makeup Forever Official is coming out with a glitzy eyeshadow palette. Oh yeah, this is Highlight Sculpt Blush Shades. I don't really get this packaging because it looks like when you compare it to the model's hands, the pan size looks quite small, so if I'm taking a brush like like this big one, how am I supposed to use it to sculpt my face with one of these shades if the pan size is so small? So I don't think I'll be getting this because I don't really feel drawn to it. And I feel like, for one, the shades aren't really for me, and the second thing is the pan size is minuscule. I feel like it would be so much better if they came out with like trios, like basically trios for very light, medium, and then very dark. That would be so much better than this, in my opinion. So that's pretty much the end of this video. Those were all the launches I wanted to talk about for this past week. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been talking for like an hour, honestly, about new makeup. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started on editing this, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.